Well, today is a special day, and it's May 1st, 2025, by the way, the first month of May, and May is a very special month. Um, in my life, at least, it's my birth month. It's Mother's Day, and also my mother-in-law's birthday. Her, pass away um, month, and also a day where I believe it's time for me to change um, my diet to plant-based whole food with my husband. And it's been 5 years now for him practicing plant-based whole food diets, and he's even a board certified lifestyle and board certified physician. He is such passionate about what he does, what he eats, and very knowledgeable of the food that he puts in his mouth. And I have resisted this type of diet for the last 5 years, like I said, while I'm still cooking it every day for him to eat. But things changed um, a few weeks ago on our way to Massachusetts to visit my bedridden father, who has suffered so many little strokes, and again, his going back to his history, he wasn't in a good he wasn't taking care of his health, basically. Just smoking many years, sedentary lifestyle, eating whatever he wanted. And so I told my husband, I said, you know what, I think I am ready to make a change. It's not like I have not been eating plant-based diet with him, but you know I do venture out with my friends and my relatives to eat meat products, contain meat products. Of course, no dairy products. We don't have dairy products, stuff like that at home. And I basically just a little bit history of why my husband is so passionate about this practice. He told me that his mother suffered from high blood pressure, multiple strokes, and he himself had high blood pressure for years. Stressful job that can contribute to high blood pressure, but what believe what you eat, especially from the scientist Dr. Dan Lee, said what you eat can affect your inflammation, especially meat products. I'm not a science person on that side. I'm not going to go deep into the weed, but he suffered from high blood pressure for years and tried many kind of food, from keto diet, high fat diet, and nothing's changed. I mean, he exercised, um, nothing's changed. His blood pressure some days it could go up to 180 over 90, and it was really high. And he said, I don't want to take medication. I want to find a type of diet where I can drop my blood pressure naturally and I can be healthy and live long, and not suffer from chronic illnesses. And I respect that, but I didn't realize that one day, I guess toward the end of 2019, we were traveling a lot to Asia and to different part of Far East Asia to learn about Blue Zone, and among other projects that he was doing. And when he returned, he decided to, you know what, I'm gonna do plant-based only. So I was like, what? You didn't give me any warnings, any signals that you can do this together. But he decided to do it himself. And I guess I don't remember he ever asked me, but if he did, I wouldn't join him either, because like anything else, it takes time for me to understand somebody's purpose and my purpose to pick up the momentum with that person. And so he would basically making his own food, plain, very plain, nothing fancy about plant-based diet. Is the most boring thing, I believe. That was my belief back then, in 2019. He would boil his food. He would chop all the vegetable into a big pot and put little herbs here and there and a little salt. And then he would cook the pot for a while, and then he would just eat that for days. And I would have my own food, meat products. I'll do my own thing, meat, fish, shrimp, eggs, whatever, that we would normally eat before 2019. Things weren't pretty. Dinner table, just 2 different meals, fights, intense fights, a lot. And that created a major distance and conflict in our relationship. And I felt like we were growing apart for at least a year-ish. And even though we were fighting like dogs and cats, I remember during COVID, things closed down, people at home, basically we were in a lockdown mode. Here I remember going to different grocery stores 3 times a week to buy vegetable for him. He was busy. He couldn't, get all the vegetable that he wanted. So I venture out to different departments, the grocery stores in Houston, and I would haul on so much vegetable. And slowly throughout 2020, slowly I started to develop, the little momentum of, okay, let's cook this for him. Let's eat a little bit with him on this plant-based whole food diet. Didn't know much about the science behind the food, and I'm still learning a lot the science behind the food from him. Like I said, he's a lifestyle medicine physician. He's also board certified in this department, so he knows a lot. He reads a lot on this in this field. And we were still having, small fights here and there, but it wasn't that bad. And then I think 2021, early 2022, I was very busy with studying, and he was also very busy with home constructions and studying for his lifestyle medicine board. And we were living in two cities at that time, 2022. He moved to Austin with his father, and I live in Katy, studying, and I stayed with 2 dogs. Just make story long short, we were apart for a few months but we see each other on the weekend because we had to do what we had to do so that we can move to Austin, where we call Austin is our semi-permanent home. And I moved back to Austin in November of 2022, and I've decided, this man will continue to eat this diet. His blood pressure, I have never seen his blood pressure drop to 110, 115-ish, 116 over 68, 70 all the time. And he, of course, when you don't eat fat and a lot of meat, you become thinner. But I used to make fun of him. I feel so guilty still that I made fun of him. He's so skinny, just bone and skin, Dan. But you know what? He is still the same person, very strong. He is super strong. His immune system is super strong. His blood pressure, I've never seen his blood pressure this low for the last, 4 or 5 years. And highly functional person. I mean, he can work all day long, thinking, high level of thinking all day long. And yeah, he gets tired here and there, but it's not like lethargic like he used to be when he was a little chubbier, eating tons of meat, despite all the exercise, right? So I said, I get it. I get your purpose. I'm gonna learn how to cook plant-based diet, and I have gone on to YouTube all the time just to learn from different YouTubers, like Young Man Cooking. I think he's Canadian. He's a plant-based diet, but it's easy for me to start cooking because I love to cook. I love to cook. My mother is almost like a menu and a teacher for me to lean on whenever I need to cook something. And my sister-in-law Dina, she's a great cook, but they don't practice cooking plant-based. So I love to cook in the first place. So it made it easier for me to cook and to be creative. And so I said, you know what? Instead of putting meat, I'm going to put tofu. That is easy. That's easy. So 2022 until today, I have been cooking. So going back to staying healthy, practicing better diet. Even my husband said, he's a rare kind of cookie. He is 100% committed into this diet, and it's 100% means no animal products, no dairy products, no none of that. And he's not saying that you all should or I should be doing 100% if I don't want to, but I feel like I want to for my health reason. A lot of people say, "Oh, I cannot do what you do." I used to say that to Dan. I cannot do this like you do, honey. I can't. But that's me calling out loud for help excuses. But I think I'm not promoting or convincing anybody to practice plant-based whole food diets like Dan. I am going to start today, May 1st, even though I had a few pieces of chicken this morning. But starting, midday today going forward. I think, if we can practice, less meat, more lots of vegetable, a lot of legumes, nuts, and grains, and all of that. It's wonderful. It's not like you cut out 100% meat. But if you can, that would be great. I mean, I am not sitting here to preach and whatever because I haven't started yet. Well, technically I have been. It's not 100%. But I think he is the best person. Dan is the best person to actually speak on behalf of the percentage of meat and whatever you want to eat food. He basically somebody that I have been leaning on just to learn a little bit of science about his this type of diet. It's not easy. It's fun, but it's not easy because it's new. Okay, because it's new. and it takes practice and discipline. And I think we'll see how that goes with me. I will practice and discipline with the promise that I made. Yeah. Thanks for watching. By the way, I will share. I'm not a great videographer. I don't feel comfortable talking in front of camera, but I like this as a journey for me to stay healthy. So I think I will have some in the future, maybe videos of my cooking and recipes that I have archived. I have a lot, not like a cookbook or anything, but it's just something that I would love to share with anybody. Thank you for watching.